Yes, y'all. What's
Here we
up? Welcome
go.
back. Welcome back. Another episode of Shady Sports Fantasy Football Reports. I'm your bus driver, Cedric Green. Got my co-host Justin over here. What up, man?
What up? I'm the bus attendant. I'm here to make sure everyone gets on for the ride and enjoys it.
Yeah, there we go. So we bring you guys for the ride. Going into week 4. Before we kick it into the intro, just let you know what we got going on. We'll bring in your start set questions. So any questions you got on who to start, who to sit with all these injuries, let us know. We'll be touching on that. We'll be touching on these rookie players in general, I guess you could say. And then, as always, these injuries and just going from that, kind of touching face on that. And there's just been a couple things, a couple of sleepers I want to say that are kind of woken up so far and see if that's real. So we'll talk about those players too. So let me go ahead and get the intro, Justin, and we'll get back into it, bro.
Perfect.
Sit back, relax a little bit. Let me tell you a story. See if yours is anything like mine. Remember when I was a kid? So much better when I popped the lid. Feel the rabble, open it up.
Exactly, listen to Shiny. Right, and Cash Out's the easy way to get money transferred when you're out with friends. So jump into that and then we'll get back to it.
He said, baby, jump in the back, boy. Tailgate crazy.
Come on, guys. We're all here for the same thing, trying to get to a championship. So welcome back for another great episode of Shady Sports Fantasy Football Reports. Season 3, I think it's like episode 18, 19. One of those. We're up there. We're in it. We're in the thick. But I do know we're going into week 4, guys. We're going into week 4. As I said before, I'm your bus driver, Cedric Green, and then we got my co-host Justin over there. We'll be switching on and off, but, he's always bringing the facts. And as always, you catch us here on Shady Sports Network every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, every Sunday at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So if you miss us one day, catch us the other day and catch the replay all the time on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, and X, I guess it's called now, Twitter. I don't know what they call it. But anyway.
But we'd love to see you live.
Huh?
But I said we'd love to see you live. Get in here. Yes, we're all live. We're ready to go.
Exactly. That's the goal, is to have you guys in here live with us so we can get there. We can talk about these teams and really get the discussion going, because it's really the goal is to have a roundtable effect going and, get a group discussion, because, really, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just kind of seeing stuff, I'm just kind of going off
my teams aren't nothing to talk about either, so we need someone's team to talk about.
Exactly. I'm 3-0 in a couple of leagues. I won't brag. I did just
get that dirt off your shoulder.
Yeah, right. I did just play Shawnee. I wish he was here to defend himself. But
that's probably why he's not here tonight. He's recovering.
Exactly. That was a beatdown. Like you said, it was a beatdown. But anyway, I made some crazy stuff. So I was looking through the sleeper app. I was like, what are we going to talk about? What's going on? And something crazy came across.
Here's that breaking news.
Oh, man. Breaking news 4 hours ago. It came out. It said Patrick Mahomes Sr. sentenced to 5 years probation after third DWI arrest. Right. And I was like, wait, what? Pat, I didn't see, I just saw it. I was like, wait, what? What's going on? I didn't see
Pat Mahomes like the only normal one in that family. It seems like they're all getting in trouble or doing some weird stuff.
Yeah, so so he has that going on. I was like, what is going on with Patrick Mahomes? But it was his dad. So yeah. I'm seeing on here too rumors of linking Bill Belichick to Jacksonville.
Oh, that's not fixing Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence, man. I kind of want to talk about that.
You like that picture I sent you in the group chat?
Yeah, how Trevor Lawrence is Danny Dimes.
Yeah, but with blonde hair.
It's true. So we'll talk on that.
No one gives him grief for it. Everyone gives him excuses because he was the top pick.
I know it's crazy when you're the top pick versus when you're not the top pick. You're expected to not be as good, right? Like,
yeah.
What's up with that? What's up with that, guys? Why we be making the non-top picks look like crap? Najee Harris is hurt. Some injuries.
What?
His right arm. He's expected to be fine, but he's out.
Okay.
Or his right arm hurt. Adam Thielen went on IR.
Yeah, it was during that touchdown ball he caught.
Yeah, he was. I mean, you
What?
probably
Adam
didn't have Adam
Thielen,
Thielen,
Panthers
no.
touchdown?
Right?
Can we get a Raiders gonna Raider?
Oh man, I'll take it. I'll take it, Raiders. Keep it coming.
I bet that made you feel good over the weekend as a Broncos fan.
Especially with that Broncos win, man. Rookie quarterback's looking good. Let me see. What was Brock's stat or
Brock
Bo
Osweiler
Nix?
going back to
No.
the day.
What was Bo Nix? I was thinking of
Bring him
someone
back.
else. I was thinking of someone else, and then I was like, wait, Bo Nix. I was thinking of a couple different people. Whatever. Bo Nix had 19.3 points, 4 points in my league, my PPR.
Damn, that's respectable.
25 to 36.
He did better. He did better than Trevor Lawrence. He did better than a couple of those quarterbacks you're probably starting over him.
And then it was only to be overshadowed by Jaden Daniels.
The Jaden Daniels show. Do you watch that
21
game?
and 23 or 21 and 23. I did not watch that game.
That pretty ball, the scary Terry dude. He just flowed that sucker up there.
That was a hell of a pass. I did see that replay, man. That was a hell of a catch. That's promising. I mean, even Caleb Williams, threw for the most yards out of any quarterback this past weekend.
I think they're starting to catch on. I think by this week or next week, they'll start to get settled in, especially Bo Nix. I felt he got his mojo back. He got his vibes going after this win, and how he's connected with Sutton. And he's got Tyler Batty in the backfield, dodging, deacon, juking.
Tyler Bidet, I guess.
It's
Bidet.
It's not Bidet. It's Bidet.
I don't know.
It's not Batty, or what is it?
Batty. I don't know. Batty.
Is that what it is? I don't know. Someone in the chat, tell us what it is.
How do you say his name? Where are my Broncos fans at?
Yeah, where's your Broncos country?
Broncos country, stand up.
Get on the bandwagon.
I mean, there's only 6 people watching, so I don't think there's a whole lot of people.
Hey, come on. I love all 6 of you. All 6 of you watching.
Hey.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, right. Go ahead and share.
You guys are wonderful. Oh, shit.
No, but honestly, though, I think the rookies are looking good. Even, obviously Marvin Harrison Jr. is clicking up with Kyler Murray. I think Kyler Murray is 3rd or 4th in QBR or something right now. Brock Bowers is in the top 5 for tight ends.
Yeah, that tight end landscape. Wow.
So yeah, I mean, as far as start, who should you start? Who should you sit? Guys, get your questions in, get your teams in. I mean, is there anybody on your team that you can think of, Justin, that you're kind of iffy about, you're not so sure about?
Oh, my team. Oh, boy. Let's just say I'm worried about anyone who starts the game. I keep getting hit with this injury bug of my players not making it through the whole game. So I mean, Austin Eckler, for example, he went out on a concussion. He's on concussion protocol still, so that'll be fun. Jordan Love, is he back? Is he going to be cooking on the sidelines for another week? Who knows? I mean, one guy I'm really thankful I have on my team that I drafted is Rashee Rice. He's really picking up the slack from a lot of my other players, and I think I'm still keeping Michael Pittman on the bench. I don't think I can start him. He's kind of underwhelming by a lot, but I don't know if that's a byproduct of Anthony Richardson not getting him the ball, or he's not getting open, or he's not healthy, or what.
I feel like it's more so a byproduct of that, honestly. Because I mean, what else could it be? Obviously, he can't throw himself the ball. As Giselle came out and famously said, all those years back. Tom Brady can't throw himself the ball. So, I mean,
for sure.
Throw to himself. I guess the opposite of it.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
for content's sake, my teams are, it's a lot of cricket sounds. There's not a lot going on my team, just I guess I had Joe Burrow. He did good for me, but it was all for an eye because I still lost, but whatever. It's all good. It looked promising. I called the Jamar Chase big game.
That was a big game from Jamar Chase. Joe Burrow actually did pretty decent too. I think he had over 20 points. And that's what I'm looking at. I have actually, now that you mentioned Joe Burrow, because I have Burrow on my bench. He had 25.36 points actually. And what I got Patty Mahomes starting. Patty Mahomes has 17 points.
Ooh. So what are you doing next week? Are you starting
I feel like I went through this dance last year.
You gonna do Burrow against the Panthers, or are you gonna go Mahomes versus the Chargers?
Oof, probably Burrow against the Panthers, right? Kind of have to. It's kind of set up for Burrow to have a bounce back week, a giant week.
Andy Dalton revenge game. Are they gonna sling it? They're gonna be a shootout.
Red Rocket.
Yeah, well, he took out the Raiders last week. One shot, one kill.
One shot, one kill. I think that Bengals defense is a little bit better than Raiders defense, but I don't know.
Daniels put some moves on him.
Yeah, and then that's what I'm saying. I went through this dance last year, man. I would bench Mahomes, and then he'd go off the week I benched him. So I think I'm just riding with who I have.
You're not gonna try to trade him for a tight end or something?
I don't need a tight end, bro. My team's good. I know how to draft.
But they got Laporta.
I got Trey McBride.
Okay. Well, he's in concussion protocol too.
Yeah, I know. My backup.
Greg Dulcich?
Huh. Oh, I guess I need a tight end.
Yeah, see, I keep mental notes of your team. I don't need to see. I know what you're rocking over there.
I know, right? What happened? Oh, wait. I thought I had one set up.
Uh-oh. So who you surfing on the waiver wire for tight ends?
Oh, man.
What do you think? Mr. Cole Kmet? He had a big game this weekend.
I know, but I'm not chasing Cole Kmet.
All right. How about like a Noah Fant out of Seattle, maybe? Playing the Lions Monday night?
Oh, I was like, I know what it was. I was like, who am I going to drop to bring in a tight end? No, Braylon Allen? I want to keep him.
Yeah, keep Braylon Allen. He's a good stash. He's the running back one, getting the full workhorse volume if anything happens to Brees.
Oh, yeah, I can put Joe Mixon in my IR spot.
There you go.
Right. Yeah. So I'll probably pick up a tight end. I mean, Cole Kmet's a good pickup for sure.
I don't know. You don't sound pretty sold on Cole Kmet. What about like a Tyler Conklin?
What do I know, bro? Like, I don't know anything about these players. No, but he is Caleb's guy, his safety valve, right? So I guess what else are you gonna do is Taysom Hill, he's out. Evan Ingram, he's out. Noah Fant.
Well, do you even want anything in part of that Jaguars offense right now?
Oof, right. Dalton Schultz isn't doing anything. Anybody in the Jaguar offense? What about what is it? Who is it? Brian Robinson, or what's his name?
Brian Robinson's the Commanders.
Well, no,
you mean Travis Etienne?
No, what's their receiver's name?
Christian Kirk?
No. Nope.
Oh, Brian Thomas Jr.
Brian Thomas Jr.
I mean, he had an okay game. I'm just worried about that whole offense because it ain't looking good. The Bills were just playing with them on Monday night. That was an actual slaughter before our eyes.
That's what you feel?
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah, it was
like it didn't even look like there was. I mean, they pulled Lawrence in the fourth quarter, and there was just no fight in the Jags. Like ETN couldn't get going. The wide receivers were doing just meh routes. It was just the Bills took care of business. They smothered them. How about that Josh Allen? You like all those tutties, that yardage, running the ball?
I did on one hand, but on the other hand, it was kind of frustrating. I was like, oh no, no, stop it. But no, Josh Allen was going off. I was trying to pull it up so I could pull up the stats from that game. There we go.
Yeah, he had himself a game. And even James Cook did too.
James
Cook finally got in the end zone.
He finally got that tutty. But he had 4 receptions for 48 yards too. So he had almost 20 points at 18.7 points.
Yeah, that's not bad.
No, not at all. I mean, they're running, Ty Johnson had himself a game too. He had 16 points. He got another tutty, a receiving touchdown.
For sure.
Keon Coleman got a tutty. what's his name? Khalil Shakir.
Yeah, he's pretty good too. Like that Bills offense was humming. I don't know if that's more of a byproduct of maybe it's a good part of it. The Bills figuring it out at home, playing, getting comfortable, but also that's got to be a lot to do with the Jags defense just looking soft and that whole I don't know, that whole organization looks lost, man. Like I don't know what to do with pieces I had. Like, what do you do with ETN? Do you just start them, bench them, trade them? Like,
What do you think?
playing
Let's do
Houston
it.
this week.
Huh?
This week they're playing Houston,
Oof.
and it's in Houston.
Oof. So what? Are you not playing any Jaguars players this week?
I don't think I until I see it with Lawrence, I feel like I gotta bench him until I see something because he's
Not
almost
good.
at Deshaun Watson value right now.
Yeah,
Even Deshaun Watson's
you're
playing
pretty
better than
down
him.
on Deshaun Watson, huh?
Andy Dalton's playing better than him. Justin Fields is playing better than him. Deshaun Watson is. I mean,
The
Daniel
rookies
Jones is playing better than him.
Yeah.
Bo Nix is playing better than him.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, those are a few
But
names
he's
that
still
feel
like what, the second highest paid quarterback?
something like that. Overpaid.
What? You're not starting Trevor Lawrence?
Well, I mean, I'm definitely thinking about like if Kirk Cousins on your waiver wire, do you want to play Kirk Cousins against New Orleans or Trevor Lawrence versus Houston?
Kirk Cousins.
How about Bo Nix against the Jets or Trevor Lawrence against Houston?
Oof. Probably
I know,
Bo
that's a
Nix
close
because he's
one.
rolling right now.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence just seems like he's sulking right now, right?
Yeah.
That
He
energy,
just-
man.
No, it didn't seem like it was. I know we're spending a lot of time on this game, but that was the one that stood out to me a lot. Was
Yeah.
that first one, and then to follow it up, the Bengals got shell shocked. I don't think they were expecting Commanders to.
I don't know if they got shell shocked though, right? Like it was a close game. That was just a game. I guess you could say they did get shell shocked in the sense they didn't expect the Commanders to be that intense.
Yeah.
But I mean, they were in it too. It's not like they weren't in it.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels was cold as ice.
Cold-blooded.
Cold-blooded.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So out of those rookie quarterbacks, just want to talk about them. Like, which one stood out the most to you over the weekend, or which one?
Bo Nix.
Bo Nix impressed you the most?
Well, I think what stood out to me is the fact that him and Jaden Daniels both got their first touchdown, passing touchdown in the NFL. And it was crazy that Jaden Daniels got his to a lineman. Was that a lineman his touchdown went to?
I don't recall.
I think so.
Was it on my fantasy team?
I know I got beat by Jaden Daniels in my Yahoo.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Let me see. I thought it was to a lineman. It was a trick play. Let's see. Looking at it. And it wasn't to Scary Terry. It wasn't Austin Eckler. It wasn't Zach Ertz. All of those beasts, right?
Yeah, I don't
Offensive
know
lineman. Who was it to?
Do some crack research.
Yeah. Well, I was like listening to the game on my way home.
Mm-hmm. So would you start any of the rookie quarterbacks next week over like a Trevor Lawrence or a Daniel Jones or
Justin Fields? It went to Trent Scott. That's who it was. Yeah, no, definitely. I'm starting all the rookie quarterbacks over Trevor Lawrence next week. What are you talking about? I'm starting every quarterback over Trevor Lawrence.
Are you starting, would you think, all the rookie quarterbacks over Kirk Cousins?
No.
No?
Which ones would you? Bo Nix.
Okay.
Well, who's the Commanders playing next week?
Commanders are playing
Browns? Oh no, they're playing the Cardinals.
No, Arizona.
Yeah, I'm definitely starting Jaden Daniels over Kirk Cochains.
Kirk O'Chill.
Kirk O'Chill. Kirk Kadoom.
What about, are you starting the rookies over Geno Smith against Detroit Monday night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Geno ain't never write me back, man, so I ain't got nothing to say.
Ooh. Cold-blooded. So what else? What other highlights did you have from over the weekend for fantasy? What stood out to you other than beating down on Shawnee and just winning
Oh
all over
man,
the place
I
and being
beat
a dog?
down on Shiny. One thing I'm seeing, I feel like this year in fantasy football is you cannot count out your Thursday and your Monday night games.
Yep.
I feel like last year was like, oh, those Thursday night games were a bit iffy. You weren't getting much play out of it.
I think this one might be actually kind of fantasy relevant with the Giants and the Cowboys.
It's definitely going to be fantasy relevant with the Giants and Cowboys. Here, let me pull it up really quick. I can pull that game up. It's like almost everywhere. Who? Dak, Ceedee, Lamb, Neighbors, Singletary. Heck, even Danny Dimes, right? If you got
got Danny Dimes, okay. What about Wandale
Lawrence, right? You're looking at Danny Dimes, right?
What about the second or third wide receiver options, like a Wandale Robinson or
I'm looking at him for sure.
Jalen Tolbert, maybe.
Tolbert, let's see what Tolbert's looking like. Oh, he went off the past 2 weeks. Okay. Let's see.
Probably flex those two guys.
Yeah, 42 yards last week. Ain't a tutty. What did he have the week before? 82 yards. Flexing him over who though? Maybe
Brian Thomas Jr.
Maybe if I got like the likes of maybe if I got like Brian Thomas Jr. If I'm like,
what about like a Juwan Jennings?
If I got a Juwan Jennings, I'm probably gonna ride with him again, right? Like,
yeah, you're gonna ride the hot hand.
Yeah, Devo's not bad. CMC's not bad.
What about like, would you play Tolbert and Wandale over Deontay Johnson?
Tolbert and Wandale over Deontay Johnson. You know, honestly, probably Wandale Johnson. I mean, obviously Deontay is obviously now with Indy, with the Red Rocket. Like, okay, well, maybe he's good, blah.
Yeah.
No one cares about the Panthers. Right? Right? I mean, Wandale's getting points. He's been getting points all. Let me see his points.
So you'd be confident enough on that Thursday night to get a head start of throwing Wandale and Tolbert in your flex spot or your wide receiver 2 spot?
If I had to.
Okay. Yeah, I'd be okay with if if you have injuries, like if you have AJ Brown or like
AJ Brown or Devontae Smith or who else is a big receiver that's down? Debo,
Cooper Kupp, Puka.
Yeah, if you have like, especially if you like went in on the strategy too of trying to stack players from teams.
Yeah.
Which I wouldn't do that with receivers. I wouldn't stack 2 receivers from the same team or 2 running backs. I got 2 running backs from the same team. That's different.
Oh, because it's the Broncos running backs.
No, it's Montgomery and Gibbs.
Oh, that's different. It's different
because they use them.
Yeah.
But like, if you got,
would you say you're looking forward to Thursday night's game, or are you kind of checked out, not really interested?
Well, I mean, now I'm kind of interested, right? Because I mean, especially since it feels like New York's kind of found their groove now. They found a kicker.
Yeah. Are you okay starting Devin Singletary this week? Are you kind of nervous against that Cowboys defense? How do you feel about him?
Man, that Cowboys defense has been soft, right? Kamara went off. Who did they play last weekend?
They played the Ravens.
And what Henry get? 150 yards, 143 yards?
And a tutty.
I'm definitely playing Singletary this weekend.
All right. How about on the other side of the ball? Are you doing Zeke or Rico Dowdle or any of those Cowboys running backs?
I mean, if I had to, I'd probably be looking at Dowdle. If I had to use one of those Cowboys running backs, but no, I'm probably not even touching this.
Yeah, I don't trust that Cowboys running back room right now. I mean, if you're bold enough and you have the roster spot, I would definitely say go ahead and stash a Rico Dowdle until this running back room clears out and settles the dust. But so far, Zeke hasn't cut it.
at all.
these first 3 weeks. And
Yeah, let's
Dalvin
see what
Cook's
this
just
guy's
staying
for.
on the practice squad. So
What are you
it's
talking about?
either-
Zeke had 6 yards last week. That's not a lot of yards on 3
What?
carries. 6 yards.
I don't know, 6-pack in a pound. I don't know.
I don't know. I guess that's so on 3 carries, he had 6 yards. That's 2 yards a carry. That's what
Yikes.
Javonte averaged last year.
Yeah.
That's
How
good,
you
right?
feel about Javonte this week going in and playing
Well, I
New
feel
Orleans?
like Javonte's not running back 1, right? Let's see what these guys say about
Yeah,
it.
is it Jaleel this week? Is it gonna be Bidet, Beatty, Batty?
They have Javonte predicted as the high point, but I don't think so, man. I think it could be.
Who do you
I think
think?
it's gonna be high hand. Who was the high hand
Mhm.
last week?
Oh, Batty for sure. You
Yeah.
saw that man run.
Yeah, so I feel like they're gonna come out with Batty and see how he goes. Oh wait, hold on, no, see, I'm so stupid. And just look at this, and then I'm like, what the heck? So I guess yesterday they moved him back to the practice squad. So we'll see if they bring him off the practice squad.
Damn, that's disrespectful.
Yeah, because can't somebody pick him up off the practice squad?
Yes.
I hope somebody does. Dumb.
Just out of spite or what?
Yeah, stupid Broncos. But no, so yeah, I mean, it should be Batty, right? It should be Batty, but I mean, it'll
Or
probably.
McLaughlin. I mean, he wasn't terrible, right? He did okay. I'm at the point where it definitely should be Javonte. I think they're giving him enough time, enough chances, enough opportunities.
I know he just looked kind of flat last week, and then with that, or the week before, and then the fumble last week, it was just a bit like it's like all right, like he's putting up, man. Let's see, Javonte's. So he did kind of go off against Pittsburgh, but he only had 48 yards rushing. Last week he had 29 yards rushing, and then the first week he had 23 yards rushing. So really nothing.
How are you feeling about like a Cortland Sutton or a little Humphrey Jordan if they're out on there?
Little Jordan Hofer. I'm not feeling them at all. Like
So you think it's gonna be a hard matchup against New Orleans and Denver?
Or Jersey or New York and Denver. Right, they're playing Jets, right?
No, the Broncos are playing New Orleans and Denver.
Oh. Am I looking at the wrong schedule here? No, we're playing the Jets, bro.
You are?
Yeah, we're playing Jets this week.
Oh, whoops. Well, I misspoke. My bad.
In New York, I think. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
In New York. Right? What day is this? I don't know. It's on the 29th we play them. But anyway, yeah, no. That Jets defense is scary, man, especially if they have the chance, like if the offense is going off. And if we can hold that offense and keep them in check, like maybe the first week, then we might have a chance. But if Aaron Rodgers is rolling out and doing his thing, like then our defense is able to wake up. I don't know if Bo Nix will have the same composure against the Jets defense as he did this past week.
Yeah, we'll find out real quick.
Exactly. So we'll see, man. Like we'll find out real quick, and it's gonna be interesting to see because it's a good challenge too. Like it's like okay, well, let's see how you look against a really, really because actually in the first 2 weeks we played against really great defenses too. Just so happened, like Tampa Bay was missing their top stars.
Yeah.
This past
So
week.
what do you think about CMC and sorry to flip topics, but how do you feel about CMC going to Germany to seek out a specialist for his Achilles tendonitis?
Sounds like he probably needs to retire, right? No, I'm playing.
Are you panicking if you got CMC, or what do you have to say to the CMC owners?
I mean, you kind of got to be happy that at least he's trying to do something to get back on the field, right? But at the same time, it's like, dang, like when is he going to come back? What is it that serious? He has to go. But players go places all the time for rehab. It doesn't matter where you go. It just seems drastic because of the way it came out, right? Oh, he has to go all the way over here. Like they play games in Germany, so maybe they know. Maybe there's some great doctors over there for Achilles or something. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. I was curious how you thought about that. And then, what do you think about the Justin Jefferson jam finger and the Darnold knee bruise. You think they're good to go against Packers and Packerland this weekend?
Yeah.
You're confident firing those two up?
Yeah, I'm definitely because I'm going to be playing Darnold this weekend over Lawrence.
Oh, yeah, that's a good. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, I'm playing Darnold over Lawrence, and I mean you got to have faith in Justin Jefferson, like no
Mhm.
matter who it is, right? Like no matter who you have.
Even though he had those drops in the second half, and he only got one catch in the second half with that finger.
So who cares about the second half? He got all those points in the first half too, though, right? Like
Yeah,
what did he have? Still got 20, or where is he at? He still got 20 points. He still got 81 yards and a tutty.
that's still good. That's still good. That's good.
Yeah, they
On the
still
other side of the ball, are you
smashed
confident with any of the Packers players? Are you starting any of them if Love's back or if Willis is still playing? Are you kind of benching them, or what do you? Or how do you feel in that room?
Right, dang. I feel like if Willis is playing, you got to kind of stay away from those receivers, right? You got
Okay.
still got Josh Jacobs going off. He didn't really do much last week, but I mean, it's still Josh Jacobs.
Are you picking up Malik Willis and starting him over Trevor Lawrence if he plays,
Ooh,
or
not at all.
do you still play Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, you know, like a broken clock can be right twice a day, right? So Trevor Lawrence has to do good at some point. So
Yeah.
he gets some points. It's not like he doesn't get any points.
I don't know if it comes against the Houston Texans after being beaten the way they did against the Vikings. I feel like the Texans are gonna
Come out swinging.
Yeah. I feel like
We'll
you're gonna
see,
play a
man.
little.
Yeah.
You think that could be an upset? Is that your upset of the week? Jags over the Texans?
Nah.
You're not gonna touch that one?
No, I'd say upset of the week would have to be probably the Giants over the Cowboys.
I was just gonna say the same thing. I was gonna say I think it's gonna be I think the Giants can win this game on Thursday.
The Panthers against the Bengals.
You think maybe they can pull it off against Cincy?
Ooh, what they do? Do you panic if you Cincy?
Starting off 0-4 against that tough division.
Mm-hmm.
I think Shawnee would tell you, yeah.
All right.
Because they still have to play the Steelers twice, the Ravens twice, the Browns twice.
Yep.
And the Steelers are looking like they're rolling right now, and the Ravens are starting to pick up their offense. And I think the Browns, I don't know, playing like the Bengals, I guess.
Right. They got a chance to get the Browns. They can play for their third spot in that division, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
After 4 weeks, were you expecting the Vikings to be on the top of the NFC North after 3 weeks?
Yeah, I was not, right? Everything.
Okay.
I don't even know why we counted. I don't even know why we counted them out. It's not like they had.
Oh, you backtracking now?
No. I'm just saying it's not like they had a veteran quarterback starting out originally, and we're like, oh, they're gonna be so good. You know, I think everybody's expecting them to not be as good anyway, and they're just looking. They're rolling, man. They're rolling. I wonder how it would look if it was McCarthy back there, though.
Yeah. Probably a little less offense, but still looking that defense. That defense is looking stout.
Yes, that defense is looking great, man. Especially against Houston, or maybe was it Houston? Maybe it wasn't Minnesota. Maybe it's Houston. But at the same
would
time,
you start any of those rookie quarterbacks you were talking about over Sam Darnold or?
Oof. Probably Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels over Darnold?
Yeah.
What about Caleb Williams over Darnold?
No, because he's just because he's throwing a lot, of course. They're forcing trying to make him look good. Luckily, he's not as bad as Bryce Young, right? I feel, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's what I think. So luckily he's not as bad. Or I'm not saying Bryce Young is bad. I'm not saying
no.
Carolina said it. I didn't say it. And nothing against, like, whatever. Like, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like at Chicago, they're doing everything they can do to make Caleb Williams look good. Mm-hmm. So he has that plan in his favor, which is good. That's what you want, though, right? Like, with a
would you start any of these rookie quarterbacks over, say, Anthony Richardson?
Yeah.
Would you do Jaden Daniels over Richardson?
Yeah.
Bo Nix?
Yeah. Caleb Williams? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, what's that one quarterback? Penix? Yeah. No, I'm just saying.
No. Whoa.
What's the quarterback with New Orleans?
Oh, man. How about these veterans, though? Are you impressed with any of these veteran players that after week 3?
Oh man,
Any of them standing out to you?
Quarterbacks. Josh Allen went off like he always does.
Yeah.
Um,
Burrow did his thing.
Burrow did his team. He went in a loss, man.
Those
That's
two
what they do.
quarterbacks probably saved a lot of people's teams Monday night.
Yes, because there was a lot of quarterbacks that pooped the bed.
What about Rodgers? Were you impressed with his showing?
Rodgers had a vintage showing, man. That's what the Jets need out of him, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know about fantasy value. I mean, I would probably take Rodgers over like
Any of these rookie quarterbacks?
Probably over Caleb Williams.
Okay.
Probably not Bo Nix or Jaden Daniels. I don't see any difference really.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, if the Jets can get that out of him every couple of weeks, that could be helpful for them.
Are they gonna get against the Broncos this weekend?
Yeah. Nah.
You don't think he's gonna
get sat down? He saw the sacks. He had like 5 sacks last week. So we'll see if they can keep him upright for sure. I think he can do something, but man, I don't know. Like, I think it's gonna be a good game. It better be.
Yeah. You're not nervous about it a little bit? You think?
Not if they play like they played last weekend, man.
Yeah, because I think, are they in New York?
Yeah, I think so. I think.
Yeah, they're in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Oofda.
Yeah, so we'll see.
How about did Derrick Henry's resurgence surprise you, or does that impress you over the weekend? His big game?
No, I always expect Derrick Henry to be at the top of the league, man.
Yeah.
He's a top running back. He's a top producer, so you always expect him to produce. And as the Ravens click in and learn how to use him and Lamar together more and more, it's just going to get more and more deadly.
Yeah.
Or more deadlier. I don't know what the word is.
Yeah. So, also, as far as going into these Thursday night game between the Cowboys and the Giants, are you concerned with any connection or production with CeeDee Lamb and Dak, or are you confident firing them into your lineups?
I'm still, if I got him, I'm still playing him. Honestly, I mean, Dak is probably let me see, in Sleeper they got him ranked as the number 7 quarterback.
Okay.
You can't really. That's pretty good. Especially with all those injuries out there. And then CeeDee Lamb is the number 19.
It is in Jerry World. It's in Dallas, and they haven't played good at all this year in Dallas. So I think this could be a sneaky game for the Giants.
And it's a division game. Division games are always harder too, right? They're always more fun because you know the guys. You hit. It's hard hitting. You play with them all the time. You're ready to go. So yeah, man, I think it's gonna be a great game. I'm looking forward to it actually. I don't care about either one of these teams, but because of fantasy implications, I'm probably gonna be playing Singletary, and I'm probably gonna be paying attention. And then I want to see how Neighbors does, because Neighbors has been going off and killing it.
Are you trading for Neighbors at this point in your lineup?
If you don't have him, yeah.
You're trying to go get him if you don't have him.
I would try to go get him if I needed a receiver. He definitely.
And if you do have him, what would you give up Neighbors right now for? So I offer you said player for Malik Neighbors.
Well, I feel like Neighbors was probably my second or third wide receiver, right? Because I didn't expect him to come out doing this good. I mean,
I got a spicy one for you.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill for Neighbors.
Tyreek Hill for Neighbors. No. I would trade away Tyreek Hill for Neighbors, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm offering you Tyreek Hill. You wouldn't take Hill for Neighbors if you got him?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's bold, see?
Yeah, I would take Neighbors for Tyreek.
Ooh, here we go. What does Jason say? Let us know.
Jason says, will you trade McBride or Sutton for Stevenson or Pittman? My backup tight end is Ferguson.
I honestly would hold on to McBride and Sutton. Sutton looked really good with Bo Nix. He was getting a lot of targets, and he's really commanding that presence with the ball from Nix. So he seems to be on the upswing. McBride, I think it'll be a week or two. He should be back after that concussion. And Ferguson's a good backup. I'd fire him up Thursday night. with Dak against the Giants. I feel like the Cowboys are going to have to throw the ball a lot because the Giants are going to surprise them putting up as many points. And right now, like with Pittman, I'm out like on Pittman. He's going to be on my bench until further notice. I wouldn't trade for him in a redraft, maybe in Dynasty just because of his youth and the offense he's attached to. Same with Stevenson. Right now, I'm not going after either of those two guys in a redraft league, but for Dynasty, for sure, this seems like a possible trade that if you're really interested in those players, go ahead and do it. You have a strong young tight end as your backup. But I wouldn't be giving up. I wouldn't be giving up McBride though in a Dynasty or redraft. I would honestly
either. No.
Yeah, I feel like you're in a good situation. I wouldn't do any trade there.
Right? Why don't you hold on to those guys, and then next week you could trade Ferguson. I don't know.
Maybe I don't know. You never know because the injury bug is merciless this year. So I would be comfortable just holding on to Fergie and McBride. Yeah, I mean, Stevenson and Pittman do have a lot of potential, but just right now in those offenses, they're not getting that sort of production you expected from where you drafted them. So you're taking more risk and liability in that trade.
Plus, if like Ferguson and McBride both go off, you can throw one of your slot or your
like flex. A tight end and a flex.
Yeah. I mean,
possibly.
If you got Sutton, I mean, who's your flex spot? Is it I guess it's probably a running back, but I mean, you never, whatever. Like I've used tight ends in flex spots.
Yeah.
If you have the luxury of having two great tight ends right now, you hold on to them.
Yeah, without the context of the rest of the roster, I would just say I would hold with McBride and Sutton and rock.
Yeah, Jason, what's your team look like? Let's see the rest of your team, man. Show us your team, and then we can go from that. Sam, shout out Sam. I think Sam's watching us in CFL.
Hey, thanks, Sam. I appreciate it,
Sam,
man.
big homie, big dog. He made everything the title and got to keep it going. So shout out to him. But yeah, Nikki Plunkett, thanks for watching. Should I trade Henry, Jennings, and Pitts for Gibbs and Brian Thomas in a 12-man league? Yes. Well, because I just feel like Juwan Jennings isn't gonna.
Yeah, well, you never
Derrick
know,
Henry. I was thinking, wait, which Henry though? Which Henry though? Is it Derrick Henry or is it Hunter Henry? I don't think it'd be Hunter Henry. I was thinking Hunter Henry.
Hunter Henry. I'm gonna go under the presumption that it's Derrick Henry and
no. Well, to get rid of Pitts, right? You said you're down on Pitts, right? So to get rid of Pitts.
No, Pittman from
Kyle Michael Pitts. Pittman. What's Kyle Pitts been doing?
He had a touchdown taken away from him last week, but he's doing all right.
That would have been a second tutty of the season?
I think so, yeah.
That's positive.
But for this one, I think for the trade, I think you got Henry and Pitts for Gibbs for that 2-for-1, and then it's Jennings and for Brian Thomas. And right now with that Jaguars offense, like I was saying earlier, I don't think I want any pieces of that right now. But that Jahmyr Gibbs is oh so sweet, and
yeah, that's the only thing that makes it look good. Is that,
if you could swing a different wide receiver than Brian Thomas, I would probably do the deal.
Well, I feel like really Gibbs hasn't even been a stronger man in that backfield, though, honestly. So maybe if it was Montgomery,
it's a long season. It's exactly a long season.
I'll hold on to Henry and Jennings, man. See, that's the thing. I don't know.
Because Jennings could be a short term, like he's popping off. When Ayuk gets his feet set, Kittle gets healthy.
I mean, Jennings did throw the touchdown in the Super Bowl too.
Yeah.
So I mean, he does play late in the season, even when they are all healthy. It's just not as
even my Lions bias aside. If you could switch for a better wide receiver on that end over Brian Thomas, I would probably do that deal right now. But being that it's Brian Thomas, I would probably hold Jennings and Henry. That's the better side of it, even though Gibbs is very, very tempting.
Okay. We got Jason's team. So quarterbacks, Anthony Richardson, running back 1, Kamara, running back 2, Mixon, who's hurt, Wide receiver 1, St. Brown. Wide receiver 2, Drake London. Wide receiver 3, London. Who's the other London? What?
Bridge?
London Bridge is falling down? Maybe no. Who was he looking to trade? Maybe that's someone else.
It was McBride and Sutton for
maybe that
Stevenson and Pittman.
So maybe Sutton was wide receiver 3. Jason, who's your wide receiver 3? Unless you got 2 Drake Londons.
Well, it looks like he says he has Cooper in the flex too.
Where do you
Flex
see that?
3 changes every week. He lost Pacheco. That's why I wanted to get another running back.
Lost Pacheco. That's why I want to get another running back. Nah, man. Why'd you even have Pacheco? No, I'm just playing.
If it was me, I would be trying to trade Anthony Richardson for a running back and then pick up one of these rookies or a veteran quarterback to stream off of the waiver wire is what I would probably do. Because I think you get the best value out of it. You could almost probably upgrade your running back position if you did like a Anthony Richardson and a mix-in for like a Josh Jacobs or a Jonathan Taylor type player. If you could, but that's my personal.
Well, who was he trying to get? So he was trying to get
Stevenson.
Yeah, that's not it. No, I would not. No, I don't want Stevenson.
Yeah, I would probably, if it was me to get another running back, I'd use Anthony Richardson as part of the deal and try to find something in the waivers or a tier down of a quarterback for an upgrade of your running back situation because you have a solid lineup regardless, but there's just too much liability right now with Andrew. Like there's a lot of hype and a lot of potential, but I feel like with the value he has where he's at right now, you could probably upgrade your running back position for sure.
Then you got 3 flex spots though. That's a big.
So like if you could swing your quarterback, I mean, I'm only trading McBride if you could upgrade your wide receiver or your running back for sure. Because you have a solid backup in Fergie, and we've seen the tight end landscape so far. It's kind of barren. So I would hold your tight ends with more value than a wide receiver or running back right now. Because
especially the way the Cardinals are rolling on offense.
Yeah, I mean, Kyler's throwing that ball, so I would hold that. I mean, otherwise, Mixon and is going to be back in a week or two. So,
Grayson, let's go over your God squad, bro. Go ahead and post up. He got a pretty good squad.
Post your lineup, huh? Mr. 3-0, hot stuff, beating up on Shawnee, putting them.
My lineup? Oh, I'll tell you my lineup. Nikki wants to know some of our trade targets right now.
So, good question.
So I'm looking at my lineup, my dream team, right? So, wait.
Are you looking at your dream team or like trade for targets?
Well, I'm just seeing who I could trade off of my team, right? Like, I'd probably be looking to get rid of J.K. Dobbins. I'd trade him out.
So you're trading him away?
Yeah, but I don't know if I could trade him high or low because he didn't do so good last week. But I think he's still pretty high.
Definitely took a hit after this week, so you probably wouldn't be able to get as much this week as you could have for last week.
I don't know, though. This is a long season.
So I'll go by position. My top quarterback that I'm trading for this week, if I could get him, would be Jaden Daniels after what I saw, but I don't think you can get him after this week. I would also trade for Dak Prescott. I think he'll bounce back. I think he'll have better games ahead of him. I think the Cowboys are just in a funk. And for running back, I'd be trading for Joe Mixon right now. Yeah, I know he's injured, but when he comes back, the 2 games he played before he got hurt, he showed that he was the workhorse bell cow, and he was getting the volume and the opportunities. I'd also be trading for, but I don't think you could get him right now, would be Zach Moss, because he had quite a good game over on Monday night. If you're still a believer in the Jags offense long term, maybe if the ETN owner is scared off by how it's been going lately, try to buy him low if you could, because he's a very talented running back. He's got so much potential in that offense, and hopefully at some point they figure it out, and then you got a good, solid running back one. For wide receivers, I'd be trading for Chris Olave if you can. I feel like he's gonna just keep getting better and better for the season coming through.
What about Raheem Shaheed?
No, I
No?
wouldn't trade anything that I have for Raheem Shaheed. Possibly Jordan Addison. He's coming back off of injury, and we've seen how that Vikings offense is humming, and I would want any pieces I can get in the Vikings offense while they're hot right now. I'd also be trading for Jaden Reed if you can before Jordan Love gets back. People are probably a little low on him for his performances the last 2 weeks after a big week 1, so I'd go after him. My tight end trade target, probably if you could get him, which I don't think really, just because the name would be Brock Bowers, but I don't think anyone's, because he's shown the best out of the tight ends. Granted, how the landscape is right now, but I feel like for tight ends, I think everyone should be holding tight to them and not letting them go because of injuries and just it's not really going so well for tight end position. It's very barren. But those are my top trade for targets. Personally, the one that I'm trying to get the most, and I might have missed the opportunity to do it, would be AJ Brown when he comes back.
Yeah, but I just traded away AJ Brown just because I felt like I didn't need him. I just shared. I got Grayson's team right here. I'm about to post it up.
Oh, really?
I traded AJ Brown to him. Yeah.
And to answer you, Nikki, I would do Derrick Henry over Travis Etienne right at the moment.
Oh, yeah,
like short term, right at the moment. But I can see a potential outcome of ETN gets the thing turned around, and he could be equivalent or same or similar value as a Derrick Henry. Oh, what is that? So I'll go Derrick Henry over ETN.
Yeah, this is Grayson's team. His God squad, he said. So he got Jalen Hurts.
He beat you with that?
No, we haven't played yet.
Oh, he's gonna beat you with that?
No, my team's
he's got Neighbors, Kamara, Hall, Hurts, Rice,
Rasheed Rice, Bowers. Everybody you just named for the most part.
He's gonna catch you swinging, man.
Aubrey, watch out. My kicker. And then his bench is pretty deep too. We got AJ Brown, Cooper, Dowdle.
Oh, man.
Everyone,
you better watch out.
Likely. I gave him Likely too, I guess. I did give him his God squad.
Whoa, hey, that's a tight end I would be trading for. They're right there. Isaiah Likely. He's had a couple down games. People might be scared off of him. Mark Andrews is looking as a ghost of himself, and Harbaugh is already talking about how he's content with him and how he's blocking at the moment. So him in the passing receiving game isn't really a priority. So if you can get Isaiah Likely off somebody for cheap, that'd be a great trade for target.
I know, man. I traded him away just because I felt like I didn't need him, though. My team's bugged.
Yeah, if you don't need him, certainly go for it. I mean,
my tight ends, I got Laporta and Dalton Schultz.
Okay.
I feel pretty confident in them.
Yeah, you're good. You're sitting good
for me. Yeah. So
does Grayson have Shaheed, or is he just telling it like it is?
Yeah,
because I thought Shaheed was gonna keep this thing going after the first 2 weeks, but I think week 3 is the bigger tell of the story, is that he is just hot and cold. There's no in between. So, but he is one of those players like a Gabe Davis or an Xavier Worthy right now, like those rookie wide receiver, of you keep him in your lineup, you start him, or you sit him and bench him. You can't go back and forth playing the what if, maybe, coulda, shoulda, maybe game. You either have to just stick with them, keep them in your flex spot, and hope for the best in a boom game, or As we saw this weekend, you just eat the goose egg, a nice salty goose egg.
Yeah, and I feel like, and that's same how I feel about like a couple other players too.
Are
Like
you putting him in your lineup
Coleman.
so set overall? Or are you? I'm firmly a person who's out. I wouldn't have him on my team or in my lineups
I
because
mean,
I don't
if
like to play like that. I like.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, yeah.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, I probably, if I had a chance to get him, I probably would have picked him up, but I don't know if I would have put him in my lineup. So I'd have had to see how he would have played this last week and saw how he played this last week and be like, nah, I don't have any New Orleans players, but Kamara for a reason. Yeah,
Derek Carr.
No.
Would you start Derek Carr this weekend over Trevor Lawrence?
Ooh, no. Probably not.
Okay.
I'd probably stick with Trevor Lawrence.
Derek Carr over any of these rookie wide receiver or rookie quarterbacks?
Ooh. Probably.
Okay.
Probably start him over Caleb Williams.
Okay.
Let me see what Derek Carr had. He was like what, the fourth? He was like I think he was like fourth in quarterback rankings. Let's see. Stats. Week 3, son. Derek Carr.
I mean, compared to his first 2 weeks, it wasn't the greatest. But
not at all, but it still wasn't the worst.
Yeah,
I mean, it
wasn't a Trevor Lawrence level. But
yeah, exactly. So I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like,
they're playing the Falcons at home.
I saw something that said like in election years, Derek Carr's been phenomenal. So like it is an election year, so he has been playing up the par so far. So I probably would have Derek Carr stashed.
Okay,
stashed away.
At least on your bench.
Yeah. See, Juwan Jennings too.
Ooh, here we go. Hot take.
Yeah. See, I
agree with him? Disagree?
I don't think he's gonna be as hot as. But the thing is, I think he has to be that hot right now, right? Because Brock Purdy doesn't like Ayuk. So, I mean, I guess.
Where'd you hear that?
Huh?
Where did you hear that?
I don't know. Just seems like he doesn't want to throw his way.
You just feel it like they just don't have the connection. Well, they didn't get much. They didn't have training camp time. They didn't have preseason time.
I guess something. I don't know. He just doesn't want to throw to Brandon Ayuk.
I think right now, Juwan Jennings is a great sell high right now. Try to upgrade your wide receiver position or possibly upgrade your quarterback or a running back.
Or upgrade your tight end position.
Because when Kittle comes back, when CMC comes back, when Debo comes back, he's irrelevant. He's not a focal point of that offense. So I would be selling him and definitely not trading for him at the moment. Yeah. Sell.
Sell. Nikki comes back with crazy trade. London, Jennings, and Mason for AJ Brown, Bucky Irvin, and Ramondre. Yeah. Just to get AJ Brown, right?
Yeah. I'd be okay with that trade. Hell yeah, smash that
trade. Just to get AJ Brown.
I don't know. I had to take a pause there because I saw London. I was waiting for your reaction because we all know how you feel about Drake the Snake.
I mean, I'm playing Drake London right now. He won. He helped me win last week, man.
Oh, okay.
I'm going with who's getting me points, man.
Whoever gets you the money.
Actually, did I play Drake London? Oh wait, not my dynasty. I didn't.
Yeah, Nikki, that's if you could pull that one off, I'd definitely do that.
I tell you what, the last second, probably like an hour before the games, I took Tyreek Hill and switched him out for Drake London and almost didn't do it.
Damn, I almost was like, bold move for you, man.
I was almost like, man, well, let me see what Tyreek does. And I'm glad I did because it was tight. Like
Tyreek's going to be hurt in that offense until they get a quarterback.
Very, very much.
I don't think he's quarterback proof.
He is not necessarily not quarterback proof, but he's not quarterback proof, right?
Yeah, like in the sense of like if he's got someone who can get him the ball, then yes, he's quarterback proof. But if they don't have a quarterback that can't quarterback, then he's I don't know.
Yeah, he's like Malik Neighbors type quarterback proof, where if he has like a Danny Dimes, he's good. But he ain't Justin Jefferson where he can go his entire career with every other quarterback can still.
Grayson's telling the truth though, because I see long term Ramondre is probably an okay value, but right now he's just a throw-in piece in trades because he doesn't have that value right now because that offense is so shaky.
Yep, I think my whole thing with Ramondre, I just went strictly off last season for him. I thought last season he did good in that Washington defense.
I like him in the sense too that the Patriots committed to him. Bro. He's got a 4-year extension deal, so he's gonna be that guy there.
But it's the Patriots though. Like, I don't care, but I'm not taking nobody from the Patriots. I only like Ramondre would be the only player I'm taking. I'm still not starting.
Well, I'm fine stashing him on my bench or playing him in a flex spot. I'm not comfortable at the moment playing him in my running back 1 or 2, but just to have him as a piece on my team, I'm fine having him.
Yeah, I feel like he's let me down anytime I put him in, though.
Yeah.
So far, I mean, it's only been 3 games. He's let me down, though.
But long term, I feel like his value will equal out. Right now, he's just at a low.
Especially those bye weeks, right? Those bye weeks start coming in, and you need to put somebody.
I would definitely fill him in on a bye week. Sure.
I would definitely try to package Ramondre in a trade deal if I could, and try to get something else out of it, though, for sure.
Like if you could package like a Ramondre and a Juwan Jennings right now for
AJ Brown and like a AJ Brown,
a Jaden Reed
and a Joe Mixon or something right now while they're hurt,
Yeah,
I would definitely do that for sure. Or even like take a Jaden Reed and try to pick up a Jaden Reed all quick off of a Ramondre or
because as soon as these guys come back from injury, they're going to be absolutely near impossible to obtain. So you got to strike while the iron's hot.
Yep. Same thing with Likely, man. I'd be using Likely to trade out too because I'm telling you, Mark Andrews is going to get his. And shout out to Grayson. Grayson, thanks for watching, man. I'll see you tomorrow at work, bro. But Mark Andrews is going to get his right as they start getting into the season, as they start using that running game more.
I don't think he's cooked. I don't think he's done yet. I just think
not done. Like
that offense is just really weird right now.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I don't feel like there is a cohesion there all together right now. I feel like it's either gonna be a Lamar game or a Zay Flowers game or a Likely game or a Henry game. Like there's no you can rely on the majority of that offense having them in lineups right now. It's really just like a craps table where you're just putting your money on one of them and hoping they hit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, other than Lamar Jackson, I feel like the rest of the Ravens offense is more of just a flex fill in, other than Derrick Henry, of course, but
I see that. Yeah. I mean, well, yeah, like Zay Flowers is decent, but flex spot for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tight ends only because all the good tight ends are hurt or not doing crap. So
yeah,
you got these guys, but I can't think of anybody else in the Ravens defense that I'd go or Ravens offense that I'd go with for sure. I think you're right about that, bud. I think you're right about that. Let me see. See if there's any crazy news.
What else you got down the pipe?
Kareem Hunt got moved up to the 53-man roster. Are you looking to pick him up?
Is that a waiver wire ad for you? Do you have any for this week, or are you kind of just sitting pretty with your 3-0 teams?
Yeah, I don't pick up no Chiefs players. I ain't picking up no Chiefs players off waiver wire.
Waiver wires for chumps, huh? Chumps like me sitting at 0-3 and 1-2.
Would you trade Puka and Brian Thomas for Amon-Ra?
Yes.
Of course. Hands down.
Amon-Ra every day. Get them where you can get them if you can get them. If someone's willing to sell them, do it.
Justin Jefferson and Joe Mixon for Marvin Harrison and Tony Pollard. Ooh, in a PPR.
What side am I getting out of that?
You would.
Am I giving up Jefferson and Mixon, or am I getting Pollard and Harrison?
You're giving up Jefferson and Mixon. They're offering Harrison and Pollard.
I think the Vikings offense is so hot right now. I think I want to keep Jefferson. I mean, I know Mixon's hurt, but I think I want to hold. I mean, Marvin Harrison Jr. is good, great, and Tony Pollard is serviceable.
I got one. Would you take CMC for Tyreek Hill?
I'm honestly worried about this injury. Like, I feel like it could turn out to be he isn't showing up until about the start of your fantasy playoffs, because he's the Niners offense, the Niners franchise, and I don't think they're willing to risk putting him out there if he's not 100%.
True. So you don't think he'll probably be out till later in the season, if anything?
Well, that's just my I don't know. We've seen these guys come back from injuries now with sports medicine being as crazy as it is. Like, I can see him coming back, but personally, I'm just not willing to take that risk right now. I know the talent that CMC is, but Tyreek's on the field. He's playing games, and I'd rather have someone in my lineup playing games than having someone, CMC's caliber of player, yes, for the playoffs, that'd be great, but I don't know. That it seems like too much risk in that trade for me. So I'd hold Hill and hope they get a quarterback. I heard they're holding tryouts.
I know. It's like they're like any given Sunday in it. The replacements. Come out.
Well, no, I saw the picture. I saw the flyer up in chat. So.
I should have put that in here. It's like a share.
Yeah, if anyone's looking if you could throw a tight spiral and hit Tyreek Hill on a go route, they're looking for a quarterback.
Speaking of I got something for you.
Oh, here we go.
Brandon Aubrey. So I happened to watch this part of the Dallas game where he kicked that 65-yarder.
Yeah.
And I remember the announcer was like, "Oh, third down." He's like, "They moved him back to the logo." He's like, "Oh, normally, right?" He's like, normally, right? You'd be going to punt it right here, right? He's like, "Oh, what are you gonna say?" Like, "Oh, Brandon Aubrey comes out."
Oh man, I think he's getting to the point where he's starting to become the new Justin Tucker, and Justin Tucker is starting to have age catch up to him.
So
I'm seriously considering dropping him, man. Like, I've only gotten 6 points from him.
Yeah. So hey, C-Wag, thanks for watching us on YouTube, mate. We got let me see, we got 1.
I'm the only viewing
4, 5, 6. We got 6 other streams. So we got 2 other YouTubes and a couple other Twitch streams.
Well, thank you for sticking with us.
Thank you for watching us on YouTube, for sure, C-Wag. Yo, Brandon Aubrey would have been wide receiver 4.
If you got any questions, comments, or anything at all, I'm happy to answer your questions. Feel free to drop them in there.
Yeah. C-Wag. Oh, C-Wag got some. We'll leave that there. Anyway, Brandon Aubrey would have been wide receiver 4.
I mean,
tight
kicker?
end 1. No, this is where he would have stood.
Okay, yeah.
He would have been wide receiver 4. He would have been tight end 1, running back 6, and quarterback 16.
It's a shame he's not eligible for those positions.
But I mean, hey, you're still getting those points.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are winning matchups just with the kicker league with Brandon Aubrey, and it's not having a Brandon Aubrey. It's absolutely frustrating to play against.
Mm-hmm.
But I imagine having him, you're just like, I can take more risks in my lineup. I can play like a Ramondre Stevenson, or I can play a Tyreek Hill right now, or I can play a Juwan Jennings because I know my kicker is going to give me 20-something points.
Yeah. Yeah.
And having strong defenses and strong kickers in your lineup it's helpful strategy to the rest of your team because you're able to have more flexibility in your lineups where you can do more riskier options or go for more boom busts or ceiling plays because you have that security of getting a kicker that can get you 15 to 20 points to make up for if your quarterback slacks or your flex slacks. And you have a defense that can get you that, 10 to 12 points. So that makes up for a bad tight end week or your, running back gets hurt mid-game and it's only got 3 points.
Yeah. I'm looking at these comments on it. It's just one. This is why if you're drafting kickers, you're playing in junior leagues. this is why we draft kickers at the 1 and 2 turns. Like, what the heck?
Well, yeah, like literally how many points he's scored so far at the beginning of the year. He's outscored CMC. Granted, he's injured, but the proverbial number 1 pick overall. He scored more points than CeeDee Lamb. He scored more points than Tyreek Hill. Like,
he scored more points than the Dallas Cowboys team.
Yeah, so it's like he literally is outplaying the top 5 people in most drafts.
Mm-hmm.
But are you that bold? Are you that brave to be like next year in fantasy being like, yeah, I'm taking a kicker?
Yeah, no.
You're not doing it?
No, I'll still pick a kicker later. And
not feeling dangerous?
No, not at all. I can get more points in other positions. This kicker may be getting consistent points, but I don't care about that.
You thought that with Tyreek this year? You thought that with PMC?
That's all extra points, though.
Kickers don't get hurt.
Yeah, but it's all extra points from kickers.
Well, I shouldn't say that the Giants lost their kicker.
The Giants lost a game because they didn't have a kicker.
Sorry, Giants. Had to rub that one in.
Get it right, bro. Nah. Yeah, I mean, kickers are a big deal, but I'm not going out of my way to draft a kicker. If I get him, I get him.
No, I thought I was getting a steal with Justin Tucker, but turns out
not at all, right? That's been hurting, huh?
Well, he was sitting there. I was like, oh, maybe people know something I don't. I guess I'll take him here. And turns out I'm having some, cold feet. I don't know what I'm going to do with him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And kicker leagues, can you trade him? Can you trade Justin Tucker right now? Or
I've never been in just a kicker league. That sounds a bit odd.
Well, there is leagues that have kickers and play kickers. So if you,
we play kickers. I play kickers.
So if you would you trade for him? Would you want him, or would you sell him? You don't want him. What do you think?
No, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's not that big of a deal to me as far as the kicker position. I wouldn't mind. I just think it's all extra points. Like I was saying, it's extra points. If I get more than 5 points from a kicker, I'm good. Now, as long as I don't lose a game because of a kicker, right? Like I don't want negative points.
Have you ever felt that pain?
Yes.
You felt that pain? I've lost a game where I have a 1-point lead and my kicker misses 2 field goals for -2 points, and I lost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this game was just this week against Shady. I had 0 points for my kicker. It was at -2.
Well, you starting?
Yeah. I think who is my kicker?
Obviously not on a roster if you got 0 points.
Fairbear.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely on a roster.
Yeah.
He had
what happened there? He ran into the Vikings.
Extra point and he missed the field goal.
Yeah, he ran into Brian Flores.
Yeah, so that brought him down to a whopping 1 point. Oh, what was I just looking at? I just had some great news I was going to talk about, and it just went away. Hold on. Let's see if I can pull that back up. Oh yeah, so where would you rank these? How would you rank these 3 rookie wide receivers? Marvin Harrison Jr., Neighbors, or Rome Odunze? Where do you rank them?
Harrison Jr. 1, Neighbors 2, Dunze 3.
Oh, so just like I said
it. Well, just like you said, but it's close. Neighbors has surprised me. It's closer than you think. I don't think there's a big gap between Harrison Jr. and Neighbors right now, because Harrison Jr. is getting the big plays and the stretching down the field, whereas Neighbors is getting the volume, the targets, the receptions, and the touch. They're both getting touchdowns too. So it's if someone wants to say Neighbors over Harrison Jr., I'm completely fine with that at this point. If someone says Harrison Jr. over Neighbors, I'm also good with that. But I'm not okay with Odunze over both of those two yet.
No,
he's not even close.
No, yeah. Dude, I think, man, if Tyler Huntley starts, I don't know. I think we might see some fireworks with the
in leagues I have Trevor Lawrence, I am picking up Huntley just in case, because I like that Miami offense right now with those weapons over Jacksonville at the moment, and I'll take the risk with the Tyler Huntley than I will with the Trevor Lawrence. I'm at the point where I need to see it, like I did with Daniel Jones last year. I need to see it. There's flashes and there's potential, so I keep guys like Daniel Jones on my bench, but with Trevor Lawrence, I'm not seeing anything this year. There's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's scary because in a lot of leagues, probably people took him as their quarterback one. They just punted the quarterback position, like, oh yeah, I'll get Trevor in the fifth, or
Yeah, well, yeah, because you assumed he was gonna be better.
Yeah.
Keon Coleman had one reception for one catch. Yeah, one catch from one reception for one touchdown. Imagine if they thrown at him 10 times, he'd have 10 touchdowns.
Yeah, well, it's just the flex conversation. Like that's the job of like I would have Keon Coleman in my flex, and that's a perfect example. There's 7 points right there.
Yeah, but at the same time, that's all you're getting now.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather put somebody else in my flex and try to get like 10 to 12 points.
Would you put Ramondre Stevenson or Keon Coleman in your flex?
No, probably Keon Coleman.
Okay, well there you go. See,
I'm putting Mac Jones in my flex.
No, you're not.
Yeah, you're right. No, but I'd probably put Keon Coleman over Ramondre.
What about Keon Coleman or Javonte Williams in your flex?
Ooh, Keon Coleman. Javonte Williams barely got 6 points off 45 million carries.
Is he staying like the start of the whole year said? Come on now. You gotta know something.
Probably, man. Knowing how they function, probably.
That's only going to hurt Bo Nix in that offense if you got a running back who isn't getting the job done.
Dude, Gardner Minshew has almost as good a stats as Trevor Lawrence.
Really?
Over 52 games.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah. Gardner Minshew is 25 and 27. Trevor Lawrence is 21 and 31.
You definitely can't sell Trevor Lawrence or a lot of those Jags pieces right now.
Well, you could probably sell like ETN. You could probably add him or something.
Yeah, like I said earlier, go for him if you got someone sitting on him.
Yeah.
All right, I'll let you take this one first, Ed, because
Jameson Williams or Pickens. Man, I'm probably sticking with Williams just because he's been going off, right? Like, what has Pickens done? I mean, Justin Fields and Pickens have been looking okay.
So, are you going Williams or Pickens in a redraft league?
Williams.
Okay, Williams or Pickens in a dynasty league?
Williams.
All right. Williams or Pickens full PPR?
Williams. Oh,
I know it makes you think a little
probably
bit.
Pickens though, because he is like the man over there. So
because that's where I have it. In redraft, I'm going Williams. In dynasty, I'm going Williams. But in a full PPR, redraft or dynasty, I'm thinking Pickens.
Whoa, still Williams though, because he gets touchdowns. Touchdowns outweighs catching the ball a bunch of times.
Well, if you catch this ball 6 times, that counts for 1 touchdown.
Yeah. But he has to catch it 6 times.
And right now, I think that Pickens is more likely to get the ball 6 times than Jameson Williams is.
Well, I mean, seeing your center is out, Frank Ragnow.
Oh, he's always hurt. He's fine.
Week to week. He has a partially torn pec, bro.
He don't care. He plays through it. He's a man. He's a real man.
Knowing that, I'm probably going Pickens.
Yeah, that's fine. 9 times out of 10, I'm going to go Jameson Williams.
Yeah. What about Jameson Williams or let me think of one. Well, I was trying to think of a wide receiver 2 because he's technically a 2, even though he's getting targeted a little bit more.
Jameson Williams or Christian Watkins or Christian Watson?
Ooh, Williams. Jameson Williams or Juwan Jennings?
Jameson Williams. How about Jameson Williams or Jalen Waddle?
Jameson Williams.
Nice. I like that.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Well, how do you feel about Waddle? Where are you at with him?
Ooh, I got one for you. Jameson Williams or T. Higgins?
Jameson Williams.
Oof. I mean, we got to see who the quarterback is over in Miami first, though. So We find out who the quarterback is, and then we can see what's going on. Until then, I'm not touching anybody in Miami.
You're not trying out for Miami's quarterback?
No, same thing with the Chargers too. You know, I feel like Justin Herbert's hurt. I'm not. What do you think about Bucky Irvin?
Good question.
I'm happy
you asked that.
Rachaad White was looking kind of. Did Rachaad White even play?
He did. He just was very inefficient with his touches.
I was watching the game, and I don't remember seeing Rachaad White out there.
He got outplayed over Bucky Irving, and it looked like two completely different running backs out there. It looked like one that was hungrier, fresher.
You know who Bucky Irving looked like? Tyler Bidet. They look like mirror images of each other.
Well, I think I would take Irving over Bidet.
Oh yeah,
because of Irving's probably more likely to get the volume and the opportunities in his offense than Bidet is, because, like you said, they just want to ride Javonte Williams until his back is gone.
Mm-hmm. So through 3 weeks, Juwan Jennings is the wide receiver 4. Dallas Goedert is tight end 1. Cole Kmet is tight end 3. Sam Darnold's quarterback 2. And Malik Neighbors is wide receiver 1.
That's crazy.
What world are we living in?
But to go back to Bucky Irvin, like, if I'm a Rachaad White owner, I'm definitely investing some of my fab this week and getting him as an insurance, because the offensive coaching staff has already stated that Irving he's earned more opportunities and more play in this offense. And like I said last week, going into week 3, is that with that groin injury, I feel like the Buccaneers are going to play a little bit more safe with their star running back and let him ease back. I don't think Rachaad White's 100%. He might play. He might say he's good. But the way he looked this weekend looked like he wasn't a healthy running back, and he didn't look like he was 100%. He looked rattled. He looked scared to catch the ball out of the backfield because of those corners flying in and linebackers coming off the edge. And he just wasn't efficient with his runs. And so, I think the Buccaneers will be smart about it. And I think they're more honest with their evaluation of their offense and how badly they got beat by the Broncos. I feel they're more willing to take a chance on, letting Rachaad White get 100% healthy for like a week or 2 more, and just seeing how this Bucky Irving show goes. But I wouldn't, necessarily bench Rachaad White for Bucky Irving yet. I wouldn't do that. I would definitely invest in Bucky Irving in the waivers. I'd probably put like 20% of my fab on him as a good insurance running back, because we know if anything more happens to White or anything more serious happens to White, that's Bucky Irvin's backfield. He's automatically a running back 1. He's the running offense in that offense. So, and
I mean, he's obviously coming in later in the game anyway. So it feels like he's going to get his
got pass catching ability too. So yeah, definitely. I say there's something to look at there. There's something to go after. I mean, if you're hurting at running backs and somebody has one, I wouldn't mind trying to trade for him. But if he's on the waivers, I definitely say don't, dismiss what he did this Sunday. It was definitely something against that Denver defense.
Especially when that Denver defense was rolling in the way he.
So, like, my 2 hot running back targets off the waiver wire this week are Braylon Allen and Bucky Irvin. Those are 2 people I'm actively putting fab in, and I'm actively trying to get, because in case if anything happens to the starters, they've shown that they can for sure produce running back 2 at the very least production in those offenses. And they're only going to get better as the year goes on, because we're only on week 3 going into week 4. So if they're showing this fast out of the gate, I feel more comfortable having them as backup options, at least on my bench, come the start of the playoffs or the push to get to the playoffs, in case if any injuries come up. And even better, if they continue to blow up and get even better, possibly even packaging them in deals to upgrading your running backs, depending on what people are looking for and if they are interested in them, and you got them, and you can work a deal to upgrade your running back room in. and they're definitely assets to have.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or what do
Yeah,
you thought on Bucky Irving over the weekend against your Broncos?
Well, I mean, he had 70 rushing yards, 15 receiving yards. He caught all 3 of his passes. He just came out and it was just a total change pace, man. It was literally a change of pace when he came out. Like it was like he shot out of a cannon every time he touched the ball. And then I feel like a couple, after a couple of drives of him breaking it off, I feel like they were able to get in front of him and kind of stop him right there in the line. That'll probably be an issue with him if he can't break through and get to that second level. He's not able to, break down through the line. Like he's not really getting anywhere. But I mean, I feel like at first he did come out and it was a shock and it was like, oh shoot. But it got settled in. I mean, he's a running back, so he did get a few yards. He got good yards. But he really did just have those first few couple of like chunk plays on like his first 3 or 4 runs. And then it kind of, just kind of built up because they were just running with him after that. So
certainly, yeah.
I feel like
I definitely agree.
But no, I feel like he definitely did good for sure. I think he came out swinging, especially when they needed it. It was something that they needed, but I don't know if I'd go personally like running after Bucky. Maybe if I had like Rachaad White and I was like, oh shoot, where am I gonna go? Where am I looking? Then I'd be looking at him. But as far as like, I mean, fantasy wise, let me see. I don't even know how many points he had. I can pull that up.
Oh yeah, that's a good question. I think he had
70 yards.
He had between 8 and 12 points.
Yeah,
depending
14
on scoring format.
Yeah, he had 14.1 points.
Yeah. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. For a running back that you probably
he had kick return yards too. So I mean, I guess taking that into account, I probably would look at him.
He's their kick returner? I didn't know that.
So I would look into that for sure, I guess.
How much fab would you put on him? If you need him, like I know your team's God mode right now.
My team is God mode, bro. So I don't need him. I'm winning all my leagues.
But if you were a team that's like myself, 0-3, 1-2,
yeah, right. I'm probably
and if you're a Rachaad White owner, how much would you be spending on him?
I'm looking to see who they're playing next week, right? Because
they are playing.
I'm not starting him over Rachaad White. Maybe they're playing Philadelphia. Ooh, they're gonna need that running game. So maybe I am looking at him more.
So if you needed him, how much? I say 20% of your fab. I don't know what your systems are, $1,000, $100, $300, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But how much would you put?
Up to like maybe like 30-35%.
Okay.
Even more. Because if I need him, I need a running back in there. I don't know where else you're really looking so much. So
Batty.
Yeah, but you don't know for sure though. Like, Tampa Bay pretty much confirmed that they're going to be riding with this guy going forward. So you don't know for sure with Batty. Yeah, so I'm probably looking at that like heavy and seeing what I can get from it. But I mean, his past 2 weeks he didn't do a whole lot. He had 22 yards the week before that, and then 62 yards in the first week. So yeah, I mean, I probably am looking at this guy. He's going to get increased snaps. They're saying he's getting increased snaps. They're looking at it. They know what's up. Man, yeah. He could be running back 1 here not sooner than later. He keeps playing like that.
For sure. Yeah. I totally agree with you. You make a good point. And then on the other end of it, for the other rookie running back, how are you feeling about Braylon Allen? Where are you at with it?
I'm watching him to see how he does. I was talking about him earlier. I don't know if I want to drop him or not because I have him. I picked him up.
Oh, you have him?
Yeah.
Do you feel like having him, you'd be comfortable potentially packaging him in a trade? Maybe to upgrade?
I probably would, especially if he keeps seeing like an uptick in playing time, right? I think I would be, open to trying to get rid of him, especially like in like replacing some of those areas where I am lacking, where like, I feel like, oh, well, maybe I might want to try to get this big name kicker. I would use someone like Braylon Allen in a trade package to try to get, a Brandon Aubrey or someone like that. What about you? What are you thinking about Braylon out? What are you thinking about him?
I think
with Brees Hall over there.
With how this injury, I've been decimated by it in most of my leagues. With this injury bug, the way it's going, I am definitely investing at least 20% of my fab in Braylon Allen to have as that handcuff, because if it were to happen, knock on wood, something happens to Brees Hall, in that offense that Aaron Rodgers is comfortable handing the ball off to him, throwing the rock out of the backfield on a swing pass. Like, he's got his role in that offense. And if for some reason something happens to Brees and it's him, he's the guy, I feel like he's confident, like a Bucky Irvin, that he can take over that role and really just run away with that backfield for a while until otherwise. Because up to this point, he's shown that he can produce in the league for running back. Because I'm looking here at his points from last week. I think he had a touchdown. Or no, he had 10 points. I mean, he's getting between 10 and 15 points every week. So there's got to be something there, right? Or am I just reading too much into it? Or how do you feel about Braylon?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're definitely, something.
If I were you, I'd definitely be packaging him for a deal, man. I mean, I don't know. Your team is woo, but like,
I see it on the same level as Montgomery and Gibbs, quite honestly, like, if not even more, because you have more of an upside. And you do have the ability to be able to sell high if you're not using that guy, you know what I'm saying? So I would try to sell high and get some very, very other.
Would you do something like this in your situation? You got Montgomery and you got Braylon Allen. Would you go and package those two for Brees Hall?
Ooh, probably not, because I already have I have my running back 1 and 2. But if I needed, needed a running back,
I'm just saying though, in your position, so you have Montgomery, Allen, and Gibbs, right?
Let me see.
That's what you're saying.
I got Montgomery, Allen, Gibbs. I also got Singletary.
Yeah, so like you have a good third, fourth option. So what I'm saying is
I got a ball stable.
That's why I'm saying, would you be willing to give up Montgomery and Allen to upgrade to a Brees Hall?
No.
Okay.
No, because I like Montgomery. Montgomery's a 1 on his own too. I put Montgomery like right close up there,
Would you do it for? Would it be too much if you did it for like a Gibbs and an Allen for Brees Hall?
I mean, no, because I just feel like.
But that's I guess maybe that's I fine. Would. If you're comfortable with your running back room,
I would, because I know I could get more points out of. But who's going to trade Brees Hall for those two players, though? That's what I'm saying. It would make sense to do a trade.
That's why it's just a hypothetical. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe. Who knows?
No, I wouldn't. But maybe I would do like. Maybe I do like Braylon Allen and Tyreek Hill for like a Brees Hall if I could.
Yeah, because people like myself who are really big Lions fans to see Gibbs or Montgomery in the deal and be like, "Whoa."
I know. Well, then maybe that were the case, but I'd be like, I don't know, man. I just feel really good about those guys. And
I wouldn't move them if that's the way you feel about them. Like, I never say force a trade.
Brees Hall is tempting though, the way it goes. I don't know, but I don't know, man. I think we're nearing the end of it. I need.
Okay, all right. Did you get dinner yet?
No, I need to get dinner. I gotta go. You
gotta feed the bus driver.
Yeah, bro. I gotta get with the fam bam. You know what I'm saying? It was good though. This was fun though. Fun.
I had a blast. Thanks everybody who commented, posted their teams, questions, trades. We love it. Like to see more of it.
Person, you're weird. Nah, I'm just joking. Thank you guys for watching for sure. Honestly, thank you guys.
If you want to keep this party going, head on over to the Facebook group. Just throw some more of your stuff up there. I'll be happy to answer and talk with you. Chat. We're here. We want to talk football. A little hungry, but it's
a time. But here I'll post the Facebook group up.
Okay.
Chat. Let me pull up for y'all.
In that group, if you're ever interested, it'd be tempted to possibly join like a league with the show. Feel free to send your email and all that information over to Ced, and You could
Or in
probably
the group. Just put it in the group. We'll,
yeah,
you know.
we could get you lined up to, I don't know how big whatever. We'll leave said to do all that stuff, but be more than happy to go up against you. You know, I'm an easy opponent at this point with my record, but to go up against Champ over here, challenge him.
Yeah, see how you guys want to do. What you want to do. But yeah, no, come
That'd
over
be
to the
awesome.
group
That's what
with
we're
us.
looking for. One of our goals to getting in the show
Mm-hmm.
as we build the community is, you know, getting a fantasy league going, getting a round table of discussion, bouncing questions and takes and everything off of each other.
And we're growing. So come and grow with us. You know, share us to your friends, share it out. It doesn't cost anything to share. Let's take it, you know, more than a couple seconds to push that share button. Don't forget to subscribe, like us if you follow us. Catch us every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and then you catch us every Sunday at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time with our instant reactions on Sundays. On Tuesdays, we like to do start set, but mostly like whatever you guys want to talk about. So come on, let's talk about your teams. We'll talk about our teams. We'll compare them. We'll, you know, big games and big matchups, or how you're feeling, what you thought. You know, this week I thought I had a couple of wins. I think I was 4-1 in my paid league.
What is winning? What is winning?
And then I lost my free league. But no, yeah, I thought I was gonna go undefeated in my paid league. And the last second, Jaden Daniels.
On behalf of all little people here, one win would be great. Just
you'll get it though, right? Once your injuries clear up, these players won't be hurt forever. They'll come back. We're going into week 4. It's the
Lions salvaged my Sunday. Them winning salvaged my Sunday.
There we go. So so Sunday night we'll be coming off of. Actually, next Tuesday we'll be talking about, you know.
Oh, we're not doing a Sunday night?
Quarter. Well, we're doing Sunday night. That'll be instant reactions, but next Tuesday we'll be wrapping up the first quarter of the season. You know what I mean? These first 4 weeks doing a deep dive. Yep. I mean, we're moving quick, guys. I remember we were doing our super early, way too early reactions, and we'll look at those rankings again. We'll touch back on those and see how they look compared to now with all the injuries. You know, like kind of like a redraft. Like, would you do this over again? You know, so we'll look back on it. But yeah, thank you guys for chiming in. As always, it's always a pleasure to hang out with you guys. We love this. We love football. We love talking fantasy football, and that's what we do. So come and join us. Bring it on. We'll get you on. If you want to come and live stream, we'll get you on here. I'll get you.
Absolutely. That'd be fantastic.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Like we just do this because we want to do it. It's not like we get paid to do this.
We're happy to have you. We're not scary or anything. We'll just feel free to chat with us up and hang out.
Talk with us. Yeah, we'll come. Hang around the water cooler, as they say, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I put the link for the Facebook group in the chat, guys. Join us on social media, X, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube.
Yep, follow me right there.
All of them. Follow Justin right there on Discord and Sleeper. At 303 Bandwagon is myself. The show is Shady Sports Fantasy Reports. You can find us on Shady Sports Network, www.shadysportsnetwork.com. We're talking AFL arena football. We're talking indoor football. We're talking outdoor tackle football. We're talking wrestling. All of these semi-pro leagues. We're talking wrestling, basketball, all types of sports over here in Shady Sports. So it's not just fantasy football. I'm pretty sure you can find something. Minus bowling. I don't think anybody's talking
you could definitely get a rabbit hole on the network.
Yeah, I'll have my foosball league going, my ping pong league. We're just sports all the time, sports all day. And we got a few live coverage too. I know we covered a Big 3 network, and then we just announced a partnership with another football league. So check us out, ShadySportsNetwork.com, Shady Sports Network on Facebook, on Instagram, all social medias as well. So come talk with us, man. Hang out with us. This is what we do. We love it. We love you guys for watching us, and we hope to see you again next week. Justin, you got anything, man?
I think that's all of it. Like, share, subscribe, comment and all that stuff. Like, we want to grow with you, and part of that is you guys helping us out by spreading the good word, spreading us. Tell us how much you like beating up on Shawnee, or how much you like the Steelers going up undefeated still. Just. Oh yeah.
How are the Lions doing?
It's 2-1. I mean, we got the pesky Vikings sitting up at the top, but still early. Still early.
Exactly. So yeah, guys, thanks for joining us as always. And with that,
have a good night, everyone.
Have a good night.
I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer.